Just my hands.
Adam and Jamie have already drunk themselves sideways for science, but there's no time to sleep it off. In fact, that's exactly the point of our next myth.
Well, I've been thinking it along the lines of drinking myths. I have always wanted to do sobering up techniques, specifically because I've always wanted to see a high-speed shot of somebody getting smacked in the face.
Well, as long as that somebody is you, I'm okay with it.
Almost since the invention of alcohol, people have been drinking too much and then finding for one reason or another that they needed to get sober quickly. And they have tried a myriad of techniques. Techniques like drinking a big cup of black coffee. Vigorous exercise. It's also supposed to work. Dunking your face in some ice water. That's also supposed to work. Also, your friends might be inclined to smack you in the face to sober you up. Of course, it all begins at the bar. And although we're going to test every one of these, we got to get drunk first. Buster, set me up.
So the boys fall back off the wagon.
So you in town for a long time, or are you here for the convention?
Shut up, leave me alone.
There's those people skills, hard at work.
And that's just the first shot of 5. Realizing that things might turn ugly, the producers got Adam to pre-record the plan.
Because this whole story hinges on whether or not we are more or less sober, the researchers have found us the perfect test to determine that. This is a hand-eye coordination test that's very similar to one developed for astronauts. It simply involves staying at arm's length from a screen with weights on your arm and tracing this gray line. We are scored on both accuracy, how many times our line leaves the gray line, and for how long, and speed, how long it takes to make the whole journey. We've got a number of these. They're all different, but they're all the same length and involve the same number of turns. Jamie and I will each take one of these tests before trying a sobering up technique, and take another one after trying the sobering up technique. And we will each act as each other's controls, swapping out between techniques. Zdrowie.
Zdrowie.
They'll need to stay consistently drunk to validate the cures.
This is like taking medicine or something. It's not, it takes all the fun out of it.
I know what you mean, brother.
Adam and Jamie are all set to test 4 mythical ways to sober up fast.
Uh-oh.
So far, all they've done is drink themselves stupid. Well, stupider. While Adam stays pleasantly pickled, Jamie tries the first detoxifier.
The idea is black coffee.
What are you doing?
I'm the control. See,
I don't think you're very much under control.
I'm not under control. I am the control. You drink that whole cup of coffee, we wait 5 minutes, and then we test you cognitively and breathalyzerly again to see if there's any stark improvement. And then I do the same 2 tests to see if there's difference in the improvement. Whenever you're ready. You're rapidly improving. I don't know what to make of that, but I don't feel like crunching any data while I'm drunk. Okay.
And it's all about the data.
Oh.
Adam, who also blew .07, completes his non-coffee control test.
32!
So it's back to the bar. Adam treats himself to a few cups of Joe, so he and Jamie are back on a kind of even keel.
Here's mud in your eye. Oh, this is vile.
Now for a much-needed spurt of spirits.
On the assumption that the average adult male of our size processes, metabolizes, as you might say, 1 drink per hour, we are having a maintenance drink right now.
It's about now we'd normally warn you about excessive drinking, but those 2 miserable mugs tell the story.
This blows.
Technique number 2 for sobering up is vigorous exercise. And Adam's the guinea pig. It's all a numbers game. And here's a few more to consider. Adam has to run this treadmill for 5 minutes at 6.5 miles per hour.
This is scary.
His blood alcohol is 0.09.
Wow! I'm gonna have to concentrate on this.
Adams hung a green screen for inspiration, but then realizes it won't work because he can't see it. Some decisions really are best made sober.
1 minute.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Look, we picked a treadmill because it's compact. It makes it easy for us to film this thing. But now that I'm looking at it, I remember that it takes a fair amount of coordination just to stay on the damn thing. And Adam's drunk.
What can I say? Even soused, the man's a prophet.
Whoa! Ah! Oh! Okay, I'm totally cool.
Now, here's 2 advantages to being drunk as a skunk. 1, he won't feel the pain till tomorrow. And 2, Adam's judgment is so impaired, he gets back on the darn
I
thing.
didn't break any bones.
10 seconds. 8,
Did my watch break?
6, 5, 3, 2, 1. You're done.
The good news for Adam's mom is that he's still breathing heavily.
There's a lot of competition, but that might be the worst thing I've ever had to do on the show.
There comes a time when no one wants to be drunk. So Adam and Jamie take the 4-step plan to get sober in a hurry. So far, they've tried black coffee and vigorous exercise. Before and after each, they both took a coordination test. And we'll sift the numbers once they're done.
I don't know what to make of that.
It's been unpleasant. Even painful. And now they're down to 2 mythical cures that should at least be mercifully brief. The first is a face-freezing dunk in ice water. Adam's the control, so Jamie gets his eyebrows iced.
I think within the pantheon of sobering up techniques, cold water is in the shock to the system category. I guess just the same way it could, wake you up in the morning, it's supposed to snap you out of your drunkenness.
Both the boys have blown .08, but it still takes guts to take the plunge.
Oh, God.
Take it, take it, take it! That's it! Yeah!
Jamie's either dead or just enjoying himself.
Wow, look at him. He's like a polar bear. He's like an aquatic mammal. You ready?
That feels kind of good, actually.
Here you go.
I thought it was going to be painful, but I kind of liked it.
As always, the boys run a post-cure test to collect the data.
23 seconds.
Now for the fastest and nastiest myth of all. It's a simple technique that always seems to work in the movies.
When I was thinking about sobering up techniques, I noticed in the movies, whenever someone's passed out drunk, somebody else goes, "Come on, man, wake up."
Adam's feeling no pain, but that's about to change.
Oh! Holy crap! Holy bleeping bleepity bleep!
Can I do that again? That was kind of fun.
No, that made my head ring. It definitely took my mind off feeling crappy and drunk. But I think that's the same effect that it's like if you feel hurt, you drink a little alcohol and you wouldn't care so much about being hurt. It's like the opposite effect.
Here it comes.
Oh, crap. Oh, my God. My whole, oh, my God.
It's like your whole head is rubber.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
For the last time, the boys blow the bag and trace the graph.
"21 seconds.
They're far too drunk to know what worked and what didn't, but the stats they've gathered will tell the story.
Sobering up techniques. This looks pretty slick. Is it going to help us wrap it up?
In fact, it will. Let me walk you through it. This is you pre-coffee. Then you drank 3 cups of coffee, and your score improved. However, I was the control, and my score improved pretty much at the exact same rate. So I'd say coffee is busted. Now here is me pre-exercise. Here is me post-exercise. That's a pretty radical improvement.
But I stayed about the same, so that means it's plausible, right?
I totally agree. Plausible it is. Now, you were the one that dunked your head in a bucket of ice water. Here's you before, here is you after. Little lack of improvement. Mine was about the same. I say ice water is totally busted.
What about the slap, my favorite?
Okay. Here's me pre-slap. Here's me post-slap. I think that's a pretty undeniable radical improvement. You helped me out a lot. I'd say this one's plausible.
I'll have to remember that.
The best part is, all of these results are totally backed up by the breathalyzer data we got as well.
I guess that does wrap it up.
Totally. No more drinking for us.